Hello pupils and parents. In this video we hope to give you a sense of what life is like at Bluecoat during partial lockdown. The routines we're about to show you are important to keep pupils, staff and all families safe. Children, don't worry, parents and leaders will be there to help remind you of the outdoors routines. And indoors, of course, teachers will be taking time to teach you all that you need to remember. Bluecoat is still the same school, but you will quickly notice some key differences. Firstly, when you arrive at the bottom of the school drive, you will notice some barriers, cones and signs. The barriers are there to stop cars driving on site, as we now need the driveway for people to walk on. The signs tell you which path to take. The easiest way of remembering this is to think that parents and pupils together will always travel the driveway. When parents are on their own to pick you up or after they have dropped you off, then they will use the footpath. We are trying to create more space to keep people apart. The horizontal lines you will see painted on the ground will help keep you a safe distance apart from other pupils or families. Please pay attention to the signs on the barriers and cones, as these will help direct you in the first days whilst you learn this new routine. As you come up the school drive when arriving, signs and also leaders will initially be there to show you where to go. This is important as it is a one-way system. This means you have to follow it all the way around with people walking in one direction only. The one-way system goes in different directions in the morning to that of the afternoon, so please remember to check the signs. We will leave a car parking space free at the top of the roundabout to give families enough room when making their way towards classrooms. As pupils travel the one-way system around the building, they will see signs towards their classrooms where they will always enter via the external classroom door. Only pupils can enter these classrooms. Adults must always wait outside, please. We have asked families to arrive at school in streams. This means different groups will be arriving and leaving school at different times. This should help prevent having too many people on site at once. Children, there will be times when you need to queue and keep a safe distance apart from the people in front or behind you. The playground is no longer a place to stop, play and socialise with friends or other families in the morning. Everyone is asked to keep following the system all the way around and not to retrace their steps. We ask that young siblings, wherever possible, do not come on site for this very reason. Ideally, only one parent would pick up or drop off so as to reduce human traffic on site. As you arrive at your signposted classroom door, a teacher will be there to greet you. We haven't carried out a risk assessment for them wearing shorts like these though. We ask parents to avoid gathering or close socialising on site, please. It's really important that we model these behaviours to all of the children, as they will be expected to follow them all the while in school. Children, the classroom you arrive in may or may not be your normal classroom. This is okay and not something to worry about. You will have your own named desk in the same place each day. All desks are spaced apart for your safety, so it's important you don't move them or your chair's position. The classroom may look a little bare compared to usual. This is to help clean it during and at the end of the day to keep everyone healthy. Your desk will be your base. You will be able to put your belongings here, as we are not using the cloakrooms. You will find a tray of things to help with your learning that are for you only. It is important that you don't share these, nor should you take or borrow someone else's. Unfortunately, we can't let you walk freely around the classroom. If you need something, you must ask your teacher first. As you arrive in your classroom, you'll be asked to either wash your hands or use hand sanitizer before going straight to your desk. As you arrive at your desk, neatly store any belongings under your desk. These belongings need only be a labelled lunchbox and a labelled water bottle. Please don't bring rucksacks or school bags, as there isn't enough room. If you must bring a bag to bring in all of the other things, like a sun hat or sun cream and a coat, then use a plastic shopping bag, please. At break times and lunch times, teachers will ask you to eat your food inside the classroom once your hands have been washed. Food cannot be taken outside. You will need to get used to washing your hands regularly throughout the day, particularly around eating times, and this may mean waiting patiently for your friends too. If you need to use the toilet, then put your hand up in class to ask permission from your teacher. When you have permission, try to go straight to the classroom door, keeping your distance from friends sat at their desk. When you walk the corridors to your nearest toilet, it is important not to wander the school building or touch any of the corridor walls and doors. If you meet children in the corridor on the way, then please keep a safe distance and don't stop to talk. When re-entering the classroom, try to avoid touching anyone else's desks or belongings. Break and lunch times will take place in your group and you won't be able to mix with other groups for now. You will be taken to your play zone by your teacher or a play team member after you have been to the toilet first. It's important not to leave this zone. Each group will have their own play equipment. This has been carefully chosen and will be washed every day to keep everyone safe and healthy. Please don't hide it or it won't get cleaned. Mrs. Murray has created a separate YouTube video on what play looks like and the routines you will need to follow. Please watch this at home and we'll also find time for you to watch this in school to help remind you. At the end of the school day, your teacher will tell you when it's your turn to leave the classroom. It's important to clean your hands first before saying hello to your family. The children will leave one at a time. We ask that parents only pick up their own child to avoid mixing our groups. Teaching staff and play team are working hard to keep the children in separate protective bubbles or cells in school. If children immediately leave school and start mixing with other children and families, then this risks the safety of the pupils, staff and all of the families in this bubble. Thank you for your help and support of this. When leaving school site, families travel the one-way system in the opposite direction to the morning, so they will leave via the top of the drive and walk down the driveway, observing the 2-metre distance from others and leaving between the barriers at the school gate. As usual, please be aware of traffic passing on Sim Lane and be prepared to queue at a safe distance behind the barrier if needed. We hope this was helpful in giving you some insight as to how life at Bluecoat will be over the coming weeks. As always, the staff and I can't wait to welcome you all back on site and have a noisy school again. Take care everyone, see you soon.